In an exclusive interview, Director of the Central Intelligence Agency Leon Panetta tells VOA he believes incumbent President Hamid Karzai will end up the winner of Afghanistan's controversial presidential election, even after disputed ballots are thrown out.
I think what appears to be the case is that even after they eliminate some of the votes that resulted because of fraud, that Karzai will still looks like the individual who's going to be able to win that election.
Mr. Karzai has angrily denied any major fraud, and a preliminary final vote count has him the winner, although a UN electoral oversight group has ordered a partial recount. Another presidential election in neighboring Iran was also marred by allegations of massive vote rigging. In June, thousands of protesters took to the streets alleging incumbent President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad fraudulently won that election. The government responded with a massive crackdown, arresting and putting on trial many opposition supporters.
It's still difficult to know whether or not it means that the leaders there will be more hardline and therefore more difficult to engage in diplomatic relationships with the United States, or whether they view what happened in the election as a signal to them to try to see if they can establish a better relationship with the United States and with the rest of the world.
CIA Director Panetta says Iran's leaders are still deciding whether to actually build a nuclear weapon, and that uncertainty provides an opening for the U.S. to try to influence that country's future direction.
Our view is, and our intelligence is that while they are proceeding to develop a nuclear capability in terms of power and low-grade uranium, that there's still very much a debate going on within Iran as to whether or not they ought to proceed further.
Panetta says how Iran will proceed with its nuclear knowledge will depend on a political landscape still shifting from June's presidential election. In the United States, the CIA has come under fire for using rough interrogation techniques on Taliban and al-Qaeda fighters. In April, President Obama pledged not to prosecute CIA personnel for those techniques, which were ordered by senior officials of the Bush administration. But in August, Attorney General Eric Holder ordered an investigation of CIA officers for alleged abuse of detainees. Panetta, who vehemently opposed Holder's action, is telling his officers to stay focused.
I think if we get trapped by the politics of the past, it'll take away our future and impact on our ability to do our job. So my message to the people at the CIA is, let's do our job. Let's stick together. If we do, I think we can deal with whatever takes place politically in Washington.
The probe is expected to cover both direct CIA employees and contractors, and Panetta says he and the agency will cooperate with the inquiry. Gary Thomas, VOA News, Dearborn, Michigan.
Okay. Where do you want to do it?